Listen, the reason why things have been feeling slightly off lately is because you are entering a completely different chapter. You're collapsing a timeline right now. Whatever your mind has been on, whatever your focus has been on, that is the reality that you are creating right now, even though it doesn't look like it right now, but it is happening. Now, have you noticed that you have been having a lot of deja vu lately? Not just regular deja vu. I'm talking about the deja vu that lasts for a while. It may last for 5 minutes. It may last for 10 minutes. It may last for an hour. But you feel like you've already done that. And it could be triggered by a conversation that you hear people talking about. It could be triggered by a particular person. It could be triggered by a certain place that you go to. It may be triggered by a smell. All of a sudden, you're like, man, I've already done this. I've already been here. It's like it's a moment that you're just like, it just feels so crazy, doesn't it? I'm telling you, that is a timeline that is collapsing. You already lived that moment, okay? That is you becoming a different version of yourself at that moment, okay? It's like everything is happening in steps, and you are starting to elevate each time to become whatever it is you desire. You may desire wealth. You're starting to collapse that wealth timeline. You might desire having love in your life. Okay, you're starting to collapse that love timeline. Okay, you might meet somebody and that may end up being your soulmate, or that may end up being somebody that's going to bring opportunities in your life that you never imagined. All right. Now, also, let's get into your dreams, okay? I know you've been having some very, very vivid dreams lately. You've been having dreams that feel more real than your mornings. You've been waking up, you've been looking around like, man, looking for items that you had a dream about, looking for maybe some keys, or looking for a wallet, or looking for a particular document, or looking for something valuable, money, things like that, okay? You're waking up looking for it, and your dream felt so real. You might even close your eyes like, man, and still see the inside of your dream, right? I know this has happened to me so much lately. This is happening to me so much lately, okay? It's like you'll wake up and you still see the inside of your dream, right? Like you're still there. I'm telling you, that's a major sign that something is about to happen in your life. Dreams are like a preview, okay? And they're also symbolic, okay? You may have dreams of keys. That's telling you that you're about to have access to something. You may have dreams of doors opening. All right. That's telling you that you are about to come across new opportunities in your life. You may be walking up staircases or driving or going in an elevator. OK, that's telling you that you are about to elevate in life. There are so many interpretations for so many different things that you have in your dreams. When you wake up and you vividly remember certain things in your dreams, go on YouTube or go on Google and find out what that dream means, okay? Because I'm telling you, you can carry it into your waking life, all right? You can carry it into this life that you are creating, okay? It is a preview. Now, have you noticed that you wake up lately, right? And you feel like something has changed? That's because it has, okay? Things are moving beneath the surface, okay? Even though it hasn't changed visibly, but things are changing beneath the surface. Things are rearranging. The wheels are turning right now. You are starting to create the reality that you desire. That's why things feel like they have already changed, okay? I'm telling you, when you are attracting wealth, you already have to be the person that's already wealthy. You're starting to make changes in your reality. You're starting to make changes in your habits that are going to make this manifest into your life, okay? Wealth follows identity. Love follows identity. All right. You have to understand this. So who you are becoming right now, that's exactly what you are attracting. That is exactly the reality that you are manifesting right now. Okay. Now, have you also noticed that your old life, it feels strangely distant? Usually when you think about your past, it feels like it happened just like that, right? But your old life, it feels like it just happened a long time ago. That's because this old life that you might try to cling on to, or you might try to hang on to, it can't go into this next chapter. So the universe will create this gap. Okay, the universe will create a gap so that you won't have any emotional attachment to who you used to be, because that version of yourself can't go to this new version, this new chapter that you're stepping into, and you can't become this new version of yourself until you completely let go of the old life that you had. Okay, because it can't go. Now, also, have you noticed that your comfort zone is suddenly feels uncomfortable. That's because it's time for you to do something different. It's time for you to step out of your comfort zone, because the wealthy version of yourself that already has everything that you desire steps out of the comfort zone, doesn't need anybody's validation, doesn't need anybody's permission, doesn't wait for the right time, doesn't wait for the right moment, doesn't wait to have the right equipment or the right outfit. The wealthy version of yourself just does it. All right. The wealthy version of yourself takes calculated risks, doesn't worry about failure. Right. The wealthy version of yourself embraces failure, because failure makes you strong. Right. That's why your comfort zone just doesn't feel comfortable anymore. OK, that's why something inside you keeps saying it's time to move. It's time to act. It's time to take inspired action right now. That's your intuition. And that's also you having a conversation with your future wealthy version. OK, telling you. Now, have you also noticed that it feels like you're running out of time? OK, it's like you feel like you have to do something right now. You feel like you're on the edge of your seat. It feels like you have to take inspired action right now. That's because you do. Okay. You can't focus on the past anymore. There are so many people that live in the past. They just live in the past. Okay. I'm telling you, when it comes to your thoughts, you have like 60, 70,000 thoughts per day. And most of those thoughts are the same thoughts that you had yesterday, are the same thoughts that you had last week and the week after that. And people don't realize by thinking these thoughts every single day, it continuously keeps them stuck in that day-to-day loop. Nothing changes because their thoughts aren't changing. So it feels like you're running out of time right now, because it's time for you to create new thoughts so you can create a different outcome, so that you can create the reality that you desire. You're not running out of time. Stay focused on this present moment, because that is the only time that is real. Okay, that's the only time that matters. What you do right now in this present moment. You can't focus on what you're going to do in the future. Okay, because that's not here yet. Staying focused on the present moment creates the reality that you are going to be doing in the future. Okay, because there's no such thing as linear time. Like I said, it's only now. All right. Now, have you also noticed this? You can't explain why, but you're suddenly very, very serious about your future, about what you are creating right now in this present moment. It's like your future wealthy version has sent messages and just thoughts and different intuition feelings about what you are supposed to do right now. And you feel so serious about it. You're like, man, I am going to do this right now. It's like you put your foot down on it. That's because you already have this inner feeling, like this inner knowing that what you're doing right now, it matters. It is creating a reality that you desire. Even though your current circumstances might not say that, all right? But what you're doing right now is creating the reality that you're going to finally have that freedom. You're going to finally have that peace. You're going to finally have that love in your life. You're going to finally do the things that you love to do, not the things that you don't like to do. Okay. I know you don't like to get up and worry about not being able to pay this bill. I know you don't like to wake up and have adversity. I know you don't like these things. I know you don't like to wake up feeling like, when will I finally have love in my life? I'm telling you, if you stay focused on what you don't like, those are the things that you're going to create in your life. Okay. Remember I said 60, 70 thoughts a day. If all of those thoughts are focused on just negativity and things that you don't want in your life, you are going to create more of that. The universe is looking at you and saying, ooh, this is what you're staying focused on. Okay, cool. I'm going to give you more of that. All right. The universe is not biased. Okay. The universe doesn't care what you like and what you don't like. The universe gives you what you stay focused on all the time. That's the reality that you're creating. Okay. That is the cold, hard truth. All right. That is the cold, hard truth that a lot of people do not understand, or they don't want to hear. Okay. What you stay focused on is the reality that you're creating right now. Now, have you also noticed lately that your gut reacts before your mind does? That's your intuition telling you this is the right move. This is what you're supposed to do right now. Even though your mind might try to resist it, even though your mind might try to say, nah, that's your logical. Okay, your logical mind is always going to try to keep you safe. Your logical mind is always going to tell you, to think logic, take calculated risks, all of that kind of stuff. Don't risk this because you might fail. I'm telling you. Your intuition is speaking way louder right now. That's because right now it's time for you to listen to your intuition, all right? Become the greatest version of yourself. Become the wealthy version of yourself right now in this present moment, okay? Now, have you also noticed that silence has started to speak louder than people? The people that are around you, they might start getting silent when you start becoming successful. But that speaks way louder. People that used to check up on you, they used to text you all the time, they used to leave comments on your Facebook posts, on your TikTok posts, on your Instagram posts. It's like now you don't hear from them anymore. That's because you are starting to elevate, okay? Energetically, you and this person or you and this people are quantumly entangled, okay? Every time you elevate, they can feel it. Every time you start thinking positive, they can feel it. Every time you start believing in yourself, they can feel it. Your confidence, they can feel it. And all of a sudden they get silent. You're not hearing much from them. They're not talking. Okay. I'm telling you, that speaks way louder. This is your intuition already showing you the misalignment. Your intuition is already telling you this person might be jealous of you. This person may not want you to succeed. This person may not be the person that's supporting you. I'm telling you, silence speaks way louder than words, okay? Now, have you also noticed you keep sensing something is about to happen? And this is so connected to your desires. You already know there's something that is big. You already know. It's like you have this inner feeling. This is your higher self, okay? Your higher self can see the multiple timelines. There are infinite timelines, okay? But what your mind is focused on is the direction that you're headed in. That is the timeline that you're collapsing. That's why it feels like it's about to happen. That's why you're like, I know it, I feel it, I can sense it. It's like that's the feeling, okay? You can't explain what it is, just like you see me trying to explain it, okay? You can't explain what it is, but it's like you have an inner knowing, an inner conviction, and nobody can tell you different, can they? Nobody can tell you that it's not about to happen. I'm telling you, that is the reality that you're creating right now, okay? Stay focused. Stay focused on what you desire, okay? Now, have you also noticed that your dreams leave you with emotions that you can't shake? Okay, just think about a dream that you had. I don't know, maybe it was you winning the lottery. You felt the emotions of yourself just holding that lottery check, people taking pictures, people congratulating you like, thank you, I really appreciate it. Yeah. Your family around. And it's like you had an emotional feeling in that dream. All right. That's because that dream is a preview of something that's about to happen. Okay. The moment that it happens, you're going to think about the dream. You're going to be like, man, I remember feeling like this. Okay. I'm telling you, hold on to those emotions. Feel those emotions every time you visualize, every time you see yourself winning the lottery or buying at home or just having the life you desire, having the peace, the financial freedom. Every time you visualize that, attach those feelings and those emotions to it, okay? Reality is going to give it to you, okay? That is one of the ways that you truly manifest. Visualizing with the feelings and the emotions that you already have it. That's why dreams are so special, okay? Because they give you the preview. They give you the cheat code of how to manifest that in your life, okay? I'm telling you, hold on to those emotions and those feelings with the visualization. Now, have you also noticed that your intuition keeps telling you to just wait for a second? Now, I'm not telling you your intuition is telling you, trying to hold you back or anything like that, but your intuition is telling you to wait, accept this delay. Because a lot of the times when you just wait that split second, all of a sudden you go there, you meet the person that you were supposed to meet. You come across the opportunity that wasn't, so you won't miss it, okay? Just by waiting, just by listening to your intuition. It's like your intuition will be like, wait for 1 second, wait. All right, now go. All right. It's like listening to that is guiding you towards the life that you desire. It's guiding you towards that opportunity. It's guiding you towards that store to buy that lottery ticket right after somebody else bought it. All of a sudden you be like, yeah, give me ticket number 16. I'll take it. I'll take that scratch off. All of a sudden, just by waiting, bam, it was the jackpot. It was the $10 million, the $25 million scratch off ticket. Okay, just by listening to your intuition that's telling you just to wait for 1 second. All right. Now, have you also noticed that you feel like you're living between two different lives? It's like the old life that you had limiting beliefs, didn't think things were so possible, used to think, man, that's impossible. I don't think I can ever do that. But this new life that you're entering, this new chapter that you're entering, believes in possibility. This new chapter that you're entering believes things are about to work, things are about to happen. It's like you're living in between those two lives, and it feels different. You can feel the shift. You can feel like something is about to happen, but at the same time, the older version of yourself is telling you, what are you doing? Think logical. It's not. But your new version of yourself is saying, oh yeah, it's about to happen. Okay, I'm telling you, continue to evolve, continue to visualize this wealthy version of yourself, continue to step in the shoes of your wealthy version self. Even when you're at the workplace, wherever you are, walk like you're already that wealthy version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Walk, just have that feeling like it's already you. You know what I'm saying? Talk to people like, hey, man, giving off that good, wealthy version of yourself energy, that vibration. I'm telling you, all the time, as much as possible, live as if you already are. Okay? Because anything you desire, I don't know if it's love, whatever it is, be that version, because that's whatever it is, it follows that identity. Okay? Whatever it is, it follows who you are right now in this present moment. Okay? All right. Now, have you also noticed that you do not recognize the version of yourself that you were last year? It's like you look back on that older version of yourself that you were last year. You be like, man, you were scared to do anything. Like you didn't do anything. You didn't want to step out of your comfort zone. You didn't want to try new things. But this new version that I am right now, it's like I shifted. I'm a whole new version, and you don't recognize who you used to be. Okay, it's like I can look back at the younger version of myself and who I am right now. I'm like, man, I wish I could just pop up and tell that younger version of myself, look, you need to do this right now. This is what you need to do. You need to stop being. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. You wish you can give your younger version advice right now, because you would be most likely way farther than you are right now, right? But I'm telling you, it's like you can't recognize who you used to be. That's because you are a new version of yourself right now, okay? I'm telling you, these are major shifts that you have to pay attention to, okay? You are becoming the version of yourself that already has everything you desire, and you see it in your imagination, don't you? You see it, don't you? Now, have you also noticed you keep seeing possibilities where you once saw dead ends, right? Now it's like you see it's possible. You used to doubt yourself. You used to have disbelief. You used to think things weren't possible because you were analyzing things so much. It's like you were scared to step out of your comfort zone. But now you're seeing opportunities. Now you already know it's all about alignment, okay? Because I'm telling you, when you align yourself to whatever it is you desire, that is what you're about to manifest in your life. Just by staying on that frequency, staying on that vibration, by changing your mindset, keep on aligning yourself, okay? By wanting love in your life. Love yourself more. Love everything about yourself, and you attract love. When you want to attract wealth, become the wealthy version of yourself. Think, talk, speak, act like you're already wealthy, and you align and you attract wealth. Okay, that's what's happening with you right now. That's why reality feels strange right now. That's why things feel different. That's why you're seeing all these signs and all these synchronicities and confirmations everywhere, okay? That's because you are stepping into this new chapter right now, okay? Now, have you noticed you're becoming emotionally unavailable for negativity? Have you noticed this? People can be around you talking about the job. They could be around you just talking about negative things. But emotionally, you don't care. You don't care what they're talking about. As a matter of fact, their conversations sound muffled, doesn't it? It's like you don't even hear what they're talking about if they're talking about something that's negative like gossip or just talking about it's like you don't even, you're like, your mind is focused on what you desire. Your mind is focused on who you are becoming right now in this present moment. As a matter of fact, your mind is in this present moment right now, right? People around you, you don't even hear it, right? And when they ask you a question, you just be like, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I heard you. Mm-hmm. It's like you hear them, but you don't hear them. They're drowned out. Okay, that's because your mind is shifting to a whole nother level. Okay, you are the wealthy version of yourself when you can just drown out all of that just negativity all the time. You only want positivity. You only want to hear about abundance. You only want to hear about wealth. You only want to hear about manifestation, big lottery jackpots. You only want to hear about love. You only want to hear about peace and tranquility. You only want to hear about financial freedom, things like that. Okay, these are the things that you only want to conversate about. Now, there was a time, like I said, remember the older version of yourself from last year or a couple years ago didn't mind listening to all of that stuff, right? But now it's like your conversation has changed. You don't align yourself with conversations that don't allow you to expand, that don't allow you to grow, that don't allow you to think deep. Okay, you only align yourself with positivity right now. I'm telling you, that's a major sign that you are already about to step into this new chapter. This wealth timeline is collapsing right now. Okay. Now, have you also noticed that your body relaxes every time you imagine a different future, like financial freedom? It's like you just get into a zone where you're like, you just relax. You might be dazing off and, you know what I'm saying, staring off, just staring into space, but you're relaxed. Okay, your vibration is high. You're thinking about sitting in that luxurious home. You're thinking about just having financial freedom in your life, not having to punch the clock, not having to be in the rat race anymore. And it feels so relaxing. It feels like tranquility. It feels like you're just in that place, in that space. That's your wealthy version already relaxed. Okay, you're so interconnected with the wealthy version of yourself that you get glimpses, you get feelings, you get emotions of this version of yourself. Okay, that's why it keeps entering your mind. That's why it keeps entering your space. You think about your future and you're just on some chill, back, relax, just, you know what I'm saying? You're just maxing. Okay, I'm telling you, that's a major sign that you're already stepping into that chapter. Okay, that is a major sign. Now, have you also noticed that you keep feeling just pulled towards doing something, but you can't explain why? That's because your intuition is telling you, take inspired action right now. This may be an idea that keeps on resurfacing in your mind. It keeps on coming back. No matter how much you try to distract yourself, no matter how much you try to get on your phone, you might try to watch TV, an idea, it keeps coming back. You keep feeling pulled towards doing it, and you can't explain why. You have to do this, okay? You have to take inspired action on this idea right now, because this is a step that you have to take into this new chapter. It's going to take you into this new chapter, okay? I'm telling you, you have to just take inspired action on any kind of idea that keeps on resurfacing, because that is the idea that is going to bring that wealth, that love, that peace, whatever it is that you desire. It's going to manifest it and bring it into your life, okay? I'm telling you, stay focused. Stay focused. Now, have you noticed that it's like you're losing interest in proving yourself? You don't care what people think. You don't care how people feel anymore. You don't care about that anymore. You don't have anything to prove, all right? You're moving in silence. You don't care if people say, yeah, man, that's a good project that you're working on. Yeah, man, that's a good car that you bought. It's like you don't care what people think anymore. You're just moving the way you move. You're dancing to your own music right now. You're moving in your own accord right now, okay? You're not caring about being in other people's lanes. You don't care about nothing like that, okay? You're focused on your desires. You're focused on what you truly want to manifest in your life. You're focused on becoming this future wealthy version of yourself, okay? You got to pay attention to a lot of these signs that's going on in your life, because I'm telling you, when it comes to patterns, patterns don't lie. Look at where you are right now. Look at what you're doing right now. Look at what you're focused on right now. Look at what your mind stays on constantly, okay? You see the pattern? Patterns don't lie. This is the reality that you're creating right now, okay? Now, have you noticed also that your fears, they don't sound believable anymore? Now, I want you to be honest with yourself. There were times where you feared success. There were times where you feared stepping out of your comfort zone, where you feared doing something different, where you feared doing something that wasn't familiar, right? I'm telling you, now it's like you feel like you have to do this. You feel like you need to do this right now. It's not believable anymore when you tell yourself, I can't do this, or it's not going to work. It's like you can hear the bull crap in your own words, right? I'm telling you, that's a major shift that you have to pay attention to, because the wealthy version of yourself has no fear, baby, when it comes to success, when it comes to becoming wealthy. The wealthy version of yourself takes those calculated risks, does everything that it takes to become that version of their self, to create multiple streams of income, okay? It's not scared of failure. There was a time when you said, man, well, what if I fail? And maybe that feeling or that thought may have held you back, being scared to fail. But now it's like you have shifted. You're becoming this version of yourself. You're not scared to fail anymore. As a matter of fact, right now, you embrace failure, don't you? You embrace it. You don't care if something doesn't work right away, because you already know you're going to keep trying. You're going to keep doing it until it works, right? You're not going to give up, right? I'm telling you, that's a major sign. That's a major sign, okay? Now, have you also noticed that you feel strangely calm in uncertain moments? You might be going through a moment in your life, okay, where you can't quite pay all the bills, where you might be going through adversity right now, but you're calm, you're cool, you're collective, you're trusting that everything's about to work out, right? You're trusting, you're knowing that the universe is working in your favor. You're constantly looking for opportunities. You're constantly looking for things that you can manifest in your life. See, a lot of people, when it comes to adversity, when it comes to let's just say losing a job, a lot of people will focus on losing that job, all right? Let me put it like this, okay? Two people can work at the same job, same position, okay? And they both lose the job on the same day. One of the people, they're focused on opportunities. They're focused on, man, this is a chance for me to elevate. This is a chance for me to focus on my desires. This is a chance for me to finally start working on what I've been putting to the side. But the other person is focused on, man, I've lost my job. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to make it. And that person that's focused on becoming the greatest, looking for opportunities, and they succeed, okay? They find a way better paying job. Then they have time for their self, that they can work on their self. This other person that was worried about losing a job, all they're finding is jobs that aren't as good as the job that they just lost. And they're also going through periods of time where they don't have a job at all, because they stay focused on the negativity. Remember, I told you, your thoughts create your reality. Your focus creates your reality, okay? I'm telling you, what you focus on grows, all right? Now, have you also noticed that your intuition has become impossible to ignore, because it keeps bothering you? It keeps telling you you have to do this. It keeps telling you over and over again, and you can't ignore that voice anymore. You can't ignore those thoughts that's telling you to move forward. You can't ignore those thoughts that's telling you it's time to do it right now, okay? Your intuition becomes stronger, your intuition becomes louder, and you can't ignore it anymore, okay? I'm telling you, that is your future wealthy version of yourself. That's your higher self telling you, hey, it's about to happen. Don't stop. Don't give up. Even though things aren't looking great right now, I'm telling you, you're about to pass this last test. I'm telling you, your intuition is telling you all that right now, right? Now, have you also noticed that your dreams keep returning to that same feeling that we were talking about earlier? the emotions, okay? You keep on having dreams of wealth. You keep on having dreams of elevation, of success, okay? You keep having dreams of meeting celebrities. You keep having dreams of just buying luxurious homes, of driving a car you never seen, some kind of futuristic car. It's like you're already living that life. You just have to accept it, okay? I'm telling you, what you desires you way more than you desire it, okay? You just have to accept it. You just have to align yourself with it, and it will finally happen in your life. That's why these dreams have been feeling so emotional. That's why you have these feelings. I'm telling you, the feelings and the emotions is a gift from the universe that you have to hold on to when it comes to your visualizations, okay? Now, have you also noticed that your old identity is fading away? That's because you're becoming the new identity. You are becoming the wealth identity, all right? And wealth follows identity, all right? You no longer want to hang out with the same people. You no longer want to go to the same places. You no longer want to have the same limiting beliefs that you already are aware of that has been holding you back for years. You're letting go of so many things right now. You're letting go of so many beliefs that were taught to you. Now you're starting to develop your own beliefs, things that resonate with you, things that you're supposed to have with you to take on your journey to step into this new chapter that you're stepping into right now, okay? I'm telling you, I can go all day with this, all right? But you already know you're about to step into this new chapter if you're going through some of these things that I said in this video, okay? Things are manifesting for you. Things are about to happen in your life, okay? Things you may have asked God for a certain amount of money or whatever it is, a certain love in your life. What's about to happen in your life is going to be way better than what you asked for, way more than you've ever imagined. All right, just stay focused, keep on believing, don't give up. Every single day, look at everything as a test and pass every single test that comes your way. Okay, I'm telling you, this is very, very important. You're in the final phase. You are in the final stretch right before everything finally just happens in your life, okay? Now, thank you so much for tuning in to Millionaire Mindset, where everything happens in divine time by divine design, but you are the divine design. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment on this video, and hype this video up, okay? It helps me out a lot. Until the next video, Millionaire Mindset signing off.